Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Faculty of Management and Development Studies Continuing Education or Non-Formal Courses Closing Ceremonies for Caring for the Child with Special Needs, Introduction to Electronic Commerce, New Enterprise Planning, Organic Agriculture, Personal Entrepreneurial Development, Responding to Climate Risk in Agriculture and Natural Resources Management, Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, and Satayama, or Living in Harmony with Nature. And now, to formally welcome everybody, may we request Dr. Inocencio E. Buot, Jr., the Dean of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pepper, and a very pleasant afternoon to all of you. Though it is not that pleasant here because of the stormy condition, but it becomes very warm because all of you are here with us, and thank you for coming even the weather is quite not friendly to us right now. Okay. Our guest of honor, Mr. Villegas, and the wife is here with us, Mrs. Villegas, a former professor at the College of Allied Medical Sciences in UP Manila. Our faculty secretary, Dr. Joanne Serrano, here. Our chair of the continuing education program of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, Mr. Larry Cruz. Our course coordinators, facilitators, FMDS staff, and of course, most especially, you graduates, the 139 of you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. I am so pleased and honored that you've been persevering up to this moment in continuing your studies, the programs, the specific programs that you are pursuing. And you know what? One of the unique contributions of open universities is the offering of a wide array of continuing education courses that would cater to the diverse needs of society, that would contribute to social transformation. The UP Open University strives to offer more relevant courses that would catalyze progress in our society and in making a difference in your community and the world. The latest addition in this batch is, of course, the Satayama Online, which is actually living in harmony with nature. This is actually the gap. That's why we have so many problems in our environment. So we are offering this course, and I hope many would be enrolling in this in the coming batches. More and more courses will be offered soon. The so-called massive open and online courses, or the MOOCs, will be offered as well. Right now, we at the Faculty of Management and Development Studies are ready to offer one MOOC. This is the Interlocal Cooperation. Actually, here at the UP Open University, we have MOOCs already, but this is offered by another college, another faculty, the Faculty of Information and Development Studies, leading the offering of the MOOCs. These are free courses offered to the public free of charge. So you can study this and be able to graduate and acquire some skill about the particular subject matter. There are just lots of exciting developments in open and distance e-learning, and we are proud you are part of this. Open and distance e-learning is the platform of the University of the Philippines Open University. Finishing a course through ODEL, we call that ODEL, Open and Distance E-Learning, is exciting. Actually, it is an achievement. Imagine, you did it all alone by yourselves, thinking all alone by yourselves, and chatting to no one in front of your PC screen, except for virtual comrades, your batchmates, and you even doubted maybe whether they are really real persons or not. But then, unknowingly, after 4 months or so, You have acquired new knowledge and skill, a unique and special skill you can be proud of, a skill you may use in shifting a career in this dynamic era. In my generation, you can die with your one and only one career. Like, for example, in my case, I can die with my biology. I can die with my botany as a career. But during your time, many would experience several career shifts during a lifetime, and many will have 2 or 3 careers practiced all at the same time, simultaneous practice of different skills. I would interpret this as one's way of contributing to social transformation. Indeed, each one of you has your own way of creatively crafting success and in making a difference in a dynamic society. I'm sure the knowledge and skills you just have acquired through Odell can help you explore the vast spaces and possibilities in your respective communities. And remember, in this journey, failure is never an option. So failure will never be an option for all of us. Thank you and all the best. Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you very much, Dr. Buot. And now to present the candidates for graduation, may we call on Mr. Larry N. Cruz, Chair of the FMDS Continuing Education Committee.
Good afternoon. Dean Inocencio E. Buot Jr., buong karangalan kong inihaharap sa inyo ang mga magsisipagtapos mula sa 8 continuing education or non-formal courses ng Faculty of Management and Development Studies. May I request that graduates to please stand when I call the courses. Caring for the child with special needs, Introduction to Electronic Commerce, New Enterprise Planning, Organic Agriculture, Personal Entrepreneurial Development, Responding to Climate Risk in Agriculture and Natural Resource Management, Satoyama or Living in Harmony with Nature, and Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs. Sila yung nagtapos sa ikalawang termino ng taong 2014.
May we invite Dr. Inocencio E. Buot to come up on stage to award the certificates of completion for the graduates. May we also call on the respective course coordinators to come up on stage together with Dean Buot. First is the caring for the child with special needs.
Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Caring for the Child with Special Needs sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014. Perito Prihinal Mona Lisa Joy A.
For the introduction to electronic commerce.
Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Introduction to Electronic Commerce sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014, Kabote Mark Kenneth F., Evangelista Abigail A. Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong New Enterprise Planning sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014, Jimenez Kyra T. Malate Melinda D. Roble Cristina Sandra A. San Gabriel Cristina Mayra R. Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Organic Agriculture sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014. Acaba Carlos C. Madelar Lorna R. Mendoza Lisel A. Ong Jacqueline L. Palacio Mabel B. Perez Jaime O. Santa Romana Daniel Richard M. Yanga Mary Ruth A. Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Personal Entrepreneurial Development sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014. Basok Sheila Marie J. Bautista Christine Angela G. De Leon Rachel Maybe. Enriquez Mariel Ann I. Estremera John Mark M. Flores Dan Eric P. Hermano Nathalie DJ. La Torre Realin M. Ang mga magsisipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Responding to Climate Risks in Agriculture and Natural Resources Management, Urbano Adrian Paul S. Virtucio Francis A. po sa Responding to Climate Risk in Agriculture and Natural Resources Management, Casas Cheryl N. Resurrection Rowena D. Para po sa kursong Satoyama Online, Dida Jan Joseph V. Ang mga magsisipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014. Kamayudo Cristina C. Espinosa Randy Rainier I. Magno Rosemary F. Sresta Sansha C. Taleon Gia Teresita A.
Congratulations to all the graduates of our continuing education and non-formal courses. To introduce our guest speaker for today, may we call on Prof. Raimundo M. Lucero, Course Coordinator of Organic Agriculture.
Tayo ay mapalad ngayong hapon sapagkat ang ating panauling karapagsalita ay isang mahusay na profesional at konsultan sa larangan ng agricultural economics at agribusiness management. May 44 na taong karanasan sa rural development, banking, crop insurance, agro-industrial at agri-enterprise development, resource mobilization at policymaking. Nagtapos siya ng BS Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture dito sa UP Los at Master of Science in Agricultural Economics sa University of Georgia sa USA. Siya po ay President at CEO ng Environmental and Sustainable Agri-Industrial Planners and Managers. Katunayan siya ay may titig ngayong hapon sa grupo nito. Sagip Environment Incorporated at Economics Specialist International Incorporated. 20 bansa ng ASEAN, Asia Pacific Region at Africa ang kanyang narating bilang konsultant sa larangan ng agricultural and rural development, kung saan ay bahagi niya ang kanyang dunong sa larangan ng rural financing, corporate planning, at poverty reduction. Hindi nakapagtatabang kunin siya ng mga international institutions tulad ng Food and Agriculture Organization ng United Nations, UNDP, ADB, World Bank, USAID, Australian Aid, CPR, at European Union sapagkat pinatay siya ng maraming mga karanasan niya sa larangan ng pagtuturo, research o pananaliksik at extension. Ang ilan sa mga ito ay ang mga sumusunod. Siya ay dating researcher sa UP College of Business Administration sa UP Diliman, lecturer, senior lecturer sa UP Diliman at UP Response. policy implementor dati ng Department of Agriculture, presidente ng masaganang sakahan ng Land Bank. Siya ay naging presidente ng Board of Trustees ng OPTA, Organic Producers and Traders Association. Siya ay co-chairman ng Organic Agricultural Research and Development and Extension Services Program ng OPTA at PICARD. Naging lead convener for Southeast Asia of the Intercontinental Network of Organic Farmers Organizations. Sa kasalukuyan, siya ang namamahala, nagpapatakbo at may-ari ng Villegas Organic and Hobby Farms at Sustainable Agriculture and Entrepreneurship Learning Center sa Malbar, Batangas. Katunayan, ito ang binisita ng aming klase sa Organic Agriculture noong September. Sa kanyang lugar, masasabi naming puno ng pag-asa at puno ng karunungan. Mga kaibigan, isang malaking karangalang ipakilala ang ating panauhin ngayong hapon, walang iba kundi si Ginoong Pablito Pabs Villegas.
Hindi ko na yata makilala yung sarili ko doon. Anyway, thank you very much, Kabayan Ray. Medyo suot kang puno yung salabing ko po. Dean Buhot, Dr. Serrano, Larry, mga course coordinators, mga graduates of your short-term courses, no? Congratulations to all of you. It's indeed an honor to be with you here. Well, I am still part of the University of the Philippines, and I'm very active in the alumni, no? Both in Los Baños, also in the entire university system, being a member of the UP Vanguard Incorporated and Pi Omicron fraternity. So, this afternoon, I will be speaking to you. I think my speech, no, or my presentation will cut across most of the topics, no. In fact, I'm very happy to bring with me my balikbayan wife, Professor Villegas, who is actually just came back from the United States. So, nasa banding stage uli kami. 10 months, no? 10 months because she joined our daughter there. So, I have 3 divided families. Not really divided, meaning one in the United States, one in Quezon City, and another one in Malbar. So, we have the 3 locations, no? I was in the U.S. also last year, delivering a speech in the Federation of Filipino-American Chamber of Commerce on the same topic, no? So I will try to, I hope you will not mind, I prepared a presentation here. Pwede ba na, ano ba yun? Can you put it on? Is that one? Is it? No. Sorry. But basically, I am very happy that the UP Open University, we don't have this during our times. I was here in the 60s, 64 to 69. So I have 2 diplomas or BS in agriculture, and I have also a diploma in military science and tactics. No? I was Corps Commander of the UP Corps of Cadets in UP Los Baños. No? So the diversity of course offerings is indeed very, very good for the university system as a form of being able to relate itself in matters of continuing education for our masses. Because here, anybody can enroll, no? As long as you are electronically educated, more or less, no? And I'm very happy also because my lecture will delve on living in harmony with nature, and I'm very glad that through distant electronic learning, we will be able also to propagate the principles of organic agriculture. Sit there now. Okay, so wala naman dito. That's okay. But I can, pwede ba dito? Patong na lang natin. I think it's better for me. Okay. Is that working? Sorry. Okay, so my topic is actually, I think the Dean will like this, sustainable, organic, and ecological agriculture. Because I can see here people coming all over the world. In fact, I met the lady from Abu Dhabi in Saudi Arabia, and I'm very happy that she was able to plane in just to attend the graduation. Congratulations to you. Where are you? Yeah. Bigyan natin ng palakpakan niya. Napakalaki ng ginastos niyan para maka-attend lang ng graduation dito. So, this is what the world needs now. No? Alam naman ninyo, yung organic agriculture is a production system that sustains the health of all life forms, soils, ecosystems, and mankind. No? So, napakaganda nitong organic agriculture. In fact, ang problema nga nito, when I came here at the University of the Philippines in the 60s, during the Green Revolution, ang pinag-aralan ko dito ay chemical agriculture. So that is, while I was being taught, I was a farm assistant of my poor father, no, in the field, and we were doing organic agriculture. When I came here, I was taught chemical, this brown agriculture through what they term as Green Revolution then. Of course, through Erie, which is really your neighbor. But that's it, no? We never realized that 50, 60 years down the line, these technologies have not really uplifted the plight of our farmers. Our farmers remain poor, and so I think we have to go back to basic, and that is organic agriculture. So it relies on ecological processes, biodiversity, natural life, and cycles adapted to local conditions. Can you read it? Okay? So, and non-reliance on the use of synthetic or chemical or toxic inputs with adverse effects on health and environment. Organic agriculture indeed combines tradition, innovation, yung ginano natin mga ninuno, mga innovations, and science-based technologies to benefit the shared environment and promote fair relationships and good quality of life. So in harmony with nature. So the basic philosophy centers on organic and ecological farming that allows Mother Nature to provide us health and nutrient-rich foods and diets the way nature intends it to be. And it adapts the principles of care, health, ecology, and fairness. I'm sure our friend, Professor Ray, has imparted this knowledge to you. So if you take me another day or two to elaborate on this, so I will skip and give me that report that was part of your examination anyway. So I'm talking a little bit about organic and climate change, no? That didn't go on like this. Greenhouse gas emissions from all sectors related to agriculture may potentially sum up to about 25 to 30% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the whole world. So that's huge, coming from agriculture, but mainly from chemical agriculture, not from organic. Conventional agriculture is the main emitter of carbon dioxide, methane gas, and nitrogen oxide. No? The clearing of new land, if you do agricultural development, opens carbon that conserved in the ground for biomass, and then releases as greenhouse gas from oxidized carbon, which is known as carbon dioxide. Okay, I think you know this very well. Okay, the European Institute in the US, in their study of regenerative organic farming, a solution to global warming, by Peter Professor Tassar and Bernie, indicated that modern chemical-based agriculture is one of the biggest contributors to global warming. So that's already a fact. And it has resulted from the breakdown of soil carbon and its oxidation into CO2 can rapidly released to the atmosphere. That's the oxidation processes. In the US Midwest, which is the Corn Belt, higher depleted soil carbon ranges to 28% in the 1950s, has gone down to only 1 to 2% in the recent years. So, really, the organic matter content is pretty low. And acidity of the soil, degradation of the soil has resulted from this. And the more they apply fertilizer, the more greenhouse gases they give to the air without pronounced improvement in productivity. So globally, agricultural land use contributes 12% of greenhouse gas emissions, and the US and the United States food system contributes nearly 20% of the CO2 emissions nationally in the US. Organic agriculture, on the other hand, has lower global warming potential, or GWP. So this is from a video of the lecture, Professor Kuo. 15 to 20% of CO2 sequestration in the soil, which is about equivalent to about 3,500 pounds of carbon per hectare out of the air. So this is the sequestration effect. You plant this, in the process of photosynthesis, and then you are able to remove carbon dioxide in the air, and you can do that, producing the root food and release oxygen in return. So I think that's the basic biology in the high school, as well as introductory in the garden. So organic agriculture therefore reduces greenhouse gas emissions by effectively landing more carbon into the soil, carbon sink, or rather than releasing to the atmosphere, or they are being trapped during the leaves during the process of photosynthesis. So it's conserved the soil, or the carbon sink, or being utilized by plant. That's why when you have the first stage of you aggravate the process of global warming or releases of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. A study showed that organic fertilizer were used in the major corn and soybean growing regions in the United States. Annual carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would be reduced by an estimated 2%. This is a movement study in 2008. So this is tremendous. So if we will be able to replace the nitrogen, or any chemical fertilizer with organic fertilizers that we have been using today, compost and many other things, then we will be able to reduce carbon dioxide emission by 80%, which is basically the target in the global balance, but that is indeed impossible in the medium term. So let's talk about methane gas. What is methane gas? This is one of the carbon dioxide and the greenhouse gas is methane gas. So the methane gas threat is 21 times that of CO2. So it's more than the carbon dioxide. And where are they coming from? From the indirect fermentation by ruminants, by cargo, other, and the rice, goat. In aerobic turnover in rice paddies, remember if you put your rice straw, and leave it in the field and put it across, there will be emitting methane gas. That's why the solution is do not dump it in the field with water, but rather remove this byproducts, rice production, and make compost of organic fertilizer, and then bring it back to the soil. So you avoid the emission of methane gas. The manure handling, manure piggeries, that's why in piggeries you have what we call as methane gas. We call it Professor, the biogas technology. Okay. And the combustion of soil resulting from the use of heavy machineries, especially if there are biomass burning. So that's why burning is practically outlaw. It is illegal to do burning, especially in the cities or in the farm. So, but recently this is taboo in my farm, but because of the Glenda, and we have not to produce biochar. So we cannot avoid not doing it. But it's limited burning that we produce some charcoal. And the biochar is very important. The biochar is from the charcoal that they are pulverized, other than the usual uses, if we do it, we mix it with organic fertilizer, as a result, it has a binding effect. It prevents the evaporation of your nutrient from the organic fertilizer. So, adding biochar or charcoal, if you don't know, will improve the quality of your organic fertilizer and compost. Nitrous oxide is even more deadly because it is 3 times worse than that of carbon dioxide. So, where does it come from? From synthetic urea, the byproduct of the petrochemical industry, from ammonium sulfate, from complete fertilizer, as well as including organic nitrogen from animal housing and manure management. So, remember that the case of urea, it was an offshoot of the ammonium nitrate of Second World War. When these were being used as house or to alienate people, but after the World War, now there was no use. So they found out that this can be used for agriculture. And then they realized that the same nitrous oxide that were killing people during the World War were also the same nitrous oxide that could kill the environment. So the impact is really very, very bad, not only for mankind, but also for the environment. Okay, so organic agriculture therefore helps maintain plant diversity and minimum tillage and overcropping versus the monocropping approaches to chemical agriculture that worsens the climate change or the global warming. So organic agriculture contributes to the maintenance and improvement of environmental self-sustainability and services. And it increases the soil's water retention, as it responds, and then the soil looks like a sponge. That absorbs a lot of water. So that is the quality of organic soil, organic accumulation, organic matter accumulation to soil. And the capacity to provide better adaptation under predictable climatic conditions. That's why during droughts, the organic soils or organic agricultural practitioners can withstand drought, and therefore it becomes a very resilient, resilient technology for agriculture. So organic systems are highly adapted to climate change due to the application of traditional skills and farmers' knowledge, organic matter and soil fertility building techniques, and a high degree of diversity and carbon sequestration. So you see what organic agriculture can do to save the planet from devastation. So this is my conclusion, given that the intensive monocrop and chemical agriculture has led to deforestation, overgrazing, and as well as soil and water degradation, which is, on the other hand, organic agriculture promotes the reforestation, grazing, planting of trees, and soil and water conservation. So it is diametrically opposed scenarios. They are two opposing paradigm in the same point. So this is for separate to make choice. Like to go organic or you like to go chemical. Okay, but poverty, food security, and income. What is the importance of organic agriculture in that perspective? This kind of also enterprise agriculture. So we can show you that organic agriculture are more to just as profitable as conventional. So there is money, there is profitability in organic agriculture. So I studied conventional and alternative farming systems of tomatoes over 40 decades that organic agriculture yields comparable to conventional system. Again, this is at the Model Institute in Pennsylvania, USA. The Michael Field Center in Wisconsin showed that organic farming systems resulted in yields comparable to industrial high-input agriculture. In Brazil, the use of green manures and cover crops increased highest yields lie between 20 to 250%. In Ethiopia, yields of crops from composted plants are 5 times higher than those related to chemicals. And in our own country, unfortunately, we are NGO. Unfortunately, studies by our university, by the university school, SUCs, schools, universities, and colleges, and they very limited output in terms of current, but in the last 3 or 4 years, we are already. But the studies of the CPAC NGO, they have been dealing with this even when I was vice president of London. I started learning credit for agriculture, but the government budget really, or maybe with chemical fertilizer, pesticides, all the like. But in this case, because they have empirically documented the profitability and sustainability of organic farming system over chemical-based agriculture. And my experience with them, when I was financing a CPAC network all over the country during that time, was a very high rate of profit. It means it was a very profitable venture. So they divide the partner and budget which is chemical and justify the organic system. Because after all, I told them what is important is the investment that they put to this group, the farmers, very profitable, and their performance is more than 98% recovery in the single farm during those days. But then they are very few, not as right. So I don't have much data yet globally, but I think in the next 2 to 3 years, we will have already a lot of data because of the passage of the agricultural. Okay, the assessment. This is a very important one. This is a very controversial assessment because this is contrary to the Green Revolution, to the multinational agriculture strategies. The first international assessment of agriculture, cultural knowledge, science, and technology for development in April 2008. They call for the shift in paradigm from chemical agriculture to sustainable organic and ecological agriculture. And the application of best ecological and agricultural practices must address the needs of small-scale farm in diverse ecosystems. Just recently, we celebrated the International Day of Farming. There was also very much responsible in the policy dialogue there. Putting knowledge, the body knowledge, learning processes there. So, part of this, the University of Essex, Professor Fred Reedy, that's like that of Italy is here. 208 modalities and systems in 52 countries in Asia, involving 9 million farmers and nearly 30 million hectares of land. So this is very substantial. This is no longer academic research, no? So, what did they find out? Ecological farming systems use sustainable technologies from farmers, experimentation, and participatory experiential learning, culturally indigenous to science and technology-based organic and ecological conservation practices. So that is the major finding in this 208 modalities in 52 countries, involving 9 million farmers and 30 million hectares of land. So, small-scale farmers, less than 1 to 5 hectares, have yield increases of 70 to 150% better than larger farmers, averaging 90 hectares per farm. So that's the United States model or European model of farming. So, what are the major factors for the increasing yield? They are increasing and stabilizing yield. Improving crop resistance to pest diseases because of the diversity. There are a lot of predators, there are a lot of check and balances that's happening in the environment by practicing diversified farming. They also combating desertification through decreasing erosion. So minimum tillage, same time multiple cropping, diversified farming systems rather than monocropping and what happened and that to do a lot of cultivation where you have a lot of greenhouse gas emission. Improving water uptake and retention, I have already told you the impact, the reducing debts, high dependence on locals and farm prepared inputs. You know, in the Philippines, I noticed it when I was working with the land bank up to now. You know, everything the farmers do, is to buy fertilizer chemical. They are costly and they're borrowing it either from the bank or from relatives or from money lenders. So you see that they're becoming more indebted. So then you have Yolanda, you have typhoons, you have floods. All the risks are shouldered by the farmers. Then at the end of the day, when they harvest, they are again controlled by the middlemen, by the money lenders, by the traders. So the farmers in the Philippines have become victims of a cost price squeeze. And to me, the liberating factor is true organic because in this particular case, farmers need not buy, need not borrow. They can produce their own inputs as we have been proven in our farms. You can produce your own fertilizer, you can produce your own biopesticide, you can do your own diversified farming so that you reduce the impact. In fact, we allow insects, no problem. The insects they have also right to live. They have also the right to live. So, as long as they do not damage you, if they get 5% of my harvest, then that's okay. Because I can offset that by increasing yield. So, I thought, and they may not look very good. If you are a real organic consumer, you like it. When you see your okra, or your tomato having some worms or some, then that's organic. When it's too good, too shiny, then what's out? That is infested with pesticides. So, organic agriculture builds upon local and indigenous farm management skills and resources, promoting self-sufficiency in food and poverty alleviation, and reducing carbon footprints, sparing footprints. Piyon naman. So, okay. Ito naman, ano naman yung ating impact dito sa health and wellness? This is tatakutin ko kayo dito. Modern lifestyles created ailments that are increasing at epidemic rates. Obesity, medyo naroon na tayo na konti, cancers, diabetes, cardiovascular disorders, gastrointestinal disorders, and are mostly attributable, they are all mostly attributable to toxic substances or toxin overload and stress. This is a fact. You go to your doctor, you go to especially those doctors that practice alternative medicine. So the expanding demand for safe and quality foods is vastly increasing. Why? Because of chemical-laced food. There is increasing scientific evidence linking modern diseases with food quality and lifestyle. So U.S. scientific study indicate data, or studies and data indicate that consumer food choices are related to ill health issues. We call it McDonald's syndrome. Those who are eating McDonald's every day, you watch out your children, you see them. They're getting obese. And even us. So, I don't say don't buy McDonald's or don't buy Jollibee, but it has to be regulated, tempered, because otherwise you will become part of these victimizing diseases, no? So, organically produced foods are free from toxic pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, and or suicides, or suicidal poisons in organic fertilizers, antibiotics, animal drug residues, synthetic hormones, GMO food risks, and other forms of chemical and genetic contaminations. So basically, our food system is already contaminated. They are like, a pusale, the backyard where it's run. It's like that. Because you don't just look at it as a pusale because you don't see the pesticide, you don't see the hormones, you don't see the antibiotics. Look at your children. I remember when we were in high school, my classmates were already in the fourth year, some of them don't even have boobs yet. Or wala pa silang regla. Pero ngayon, you see, wala pang grade 5, wala pang grade 6, they're already, why? It is hormonal driven. Lalong-lalo na pag kumain ng chicken, yung lahat ng chicken that is grown in 29 days. Our chicken is growing, more or less yung aming chicken is 90 days. No? So yung aming broiler, organic broilers. No? So ito ang problema ng ating bansa. No? I hope I'm not Yan, the side effects of pesticides. Organophosphates pesticides have been linked to a range of conditions such as cancer, decreasing male fertility, mabuti yan, for population control, fetal abnormalities, chronic fatigue syndrome in children, and Parkinson's disease. Also, the health risk of, you recently, inalaw nila yung neonicotinoids, no? As highly toxic systemic pesticide that was used in coconut scale insect control. Again, the University of the Philippines is divided. One part of the UP professors is pro neonicotinoid, the other side, like Ted Mendoza group and other sensible scientists are against it, yung mga naroon. Even within the Crop Protection Center. So, pesticide residues have been ranked among the top cancer risks. Yeah. So, basta kumain kayo lahat ng mga na hindi organic or hindi safe food, then you are really, and they are killing you softly. They don't kill you instantly. The accumulation over time, that's why creating free radicals in our system, and eventually you will have cancer or get sick. Many of you, especially in Los Baños, there is significant increase in the causes of cancer, mainly attributable, according to scientists in UP Manila, by Erie and Los Baños, dumping a lot of pesticides. Tingnan mo yung mga nagpa-practice dito. Look, ang dami ko ditong professor na namatay ng breast cancer. They are all, dealt in using chemicals, including yung sa tissue culture. I don't need to mention them. A Stanford University study, patients diagnosed with Parkinson's disease suggests that in-home use of pesticides, kahit nasa bahay nyo, marami kayo, Baygon, etc., marami yan. So they are also very, very dangerous. Yung ginagamit sa toilet, what do you call that? What do you call that balls? The taptarin balls, they are very, very deadly. They are very, very toxic also. Increases the incidence of neurological disorder by 70%. Kaya marami nasisira ang ulo o nagkakaroon ng cancer sa utak. And at study in Emory University, connection between Parkinson's disease and pesticides after laboratory rats develop Parkinson's-like symptoms upon prolonged exposure to pesticide rotenone. Yan, nasa mga household pesticide yan. Women with breast cancers are 5 to 9 times more likely to have pesticide residues in their breast. That's why kung magpupunta kayo sa mga patinyan nyo, baka marami ng pesticide residue within your body. Lalo na yung mga babae. So studies have shown that those with occupational exposure to pesticides have higher rates of cancer. The apparent link between hormone-dependent cancer, breast and prostate for men and breast for women, may be via endocrine disrupting chemicals. There are compounds that artificially affect the hormone system, such as 2,4-D and atrazine, but herbicides now banned or about to be banned in the U.S. Very recently, you look at the internet, www, you look at glyphosate. Glyphosate is the world's most widely used herbicide. Monsanto's brand is Roundup. Okay? That is empirically linked in the incidence of 22 chronic diseases across USA. This is just a very new correlation study on genetically engineered crops, glyphosate, and deterioration of health in the USA. Punta kayo, glyphosate, 2,4-D, or Roundup. Punta kayo. Yan, napaka-toxic yan, at they are already linked empirically to 22 chronic diseases. Okay, antibiotics. The risk to human health from antibiotic resistance is one of the major health threats that could be faced in the 21st century. British Medical Association. Antimicrobial drug residues in food, including antibiotics, are suspected to cause allergies, cancer, paralysis, and respiratory failure, anaphylactic shock, and aplastic anemia in either human or animals. Ano ba yung anaphylactic shock? Allergies. Okay. So, ito documented na ito. So, yung antibiotics are very, very bad. So, kung may antibiotics, meron kang probiotic kung organic. Pag organic, probiotics. Pag chemical, antibiotics. So as much as possible, avoid antibiotics and use probiotics. Ang dami natin probiotic compounds. At nariyan lang yan sa garden ni Kabayan. Si Kabayan rin, sa garden ko, marami ako dyan antibiotics. Probiotics. Sorry. Food additives. Ang maraming food additives din ang cancer causing. 297 additives are permitted by US FDA. Ang US FDA, kontrolado din ang food industry. So not if it is FDA approved, it is not necessarily safe. Even our own food and drug. Of course, our own food and drug now is being reformed. And there are only, out of the 297, there are only 27 additives, no, that are allowed in organic food. So doon makita ang differences, no, including iron, and some of them are really being added for legal or nutritional reasons. Vitamin B1 in white blood, vitamins and minerals, no? So ito yung mga food additives to avoid. Hydrogenetic fat, which is linked to cancer and heart and skin diseases. Mga sangkali niya sa soybean. Why? Kasi the fat yung nagkakaroon ng what you call that, hydrogenation process. Even peanuts, everything. So, ang safe dyan na kwan ay generally yung ating coconut oil, no? And also palm oil. Yan generally, safer yan kasi hindi siya dumadaan sa process ng hydrogenation masyado. Phosphoric acid, which is highly acidic ingredient in cola drinks. So, pag uminom kayo ng cola, tapos meron pang aspartame, that will really kill you. Hindi naman mabilis, softly, no? Maybe abutin kayo ng mga 20 to 30 more years on the line. But eventually, you will have to spend more money in curing or buying medicines or going to the hospital. So, aspartame, most widely used, yung Coke, Diet Coke, masama yan because it's laced with aspartame and so with other cola. If you cannot avoid drinking, you better just drink the regular Coke. Sugar lang ang problema mo ron. So if you avoid it and drink it in small quantities, that's all right. But when you take it with aspartame, then that's very deadly. They're carcinogenic. Free radicals. Monosodium glutamate. Naman yung monosodium glutamate, no? Betsin. Most of you siguro, pag my wife, pag kumain na ng betsin, may hilo yan. Nahihilo din. It has immediate effect on dizziness, headaches, and asthma attacks. Sulfur dioxide, which can cause problems in people that have asthma, no? Okay. Soya allergies. Akala nila na allergy sila sa soya. Generally, ang allergy doon sa pinafertilize sa soya. For example, dalawang klase ng mga even coffee, our own coffee. Yung kape na isa, yung instant coffee, decaffeinated coffee, that's very deadly. Because it passed through chemical process. But if you drink, so that is loaded with free radicals. But if you drink brewed coffee, yung sinangag na kape, yung barakong kape sa amin sa Batangas, siguradong iyan ay, tinatawag dyan ay antioxidant. So mamimili ka, anong gusto mo? Antioxidant coffee or free radical coffee which can cause a lot of problems. That happened to me when I was, after graduation, I used now to drink. Hala ko, nakagraduate ako sa Barako, pumunta na ngayon ako ng Panay Instant. The one time, my wife, I was in the hospital. I had a severe palpitation with a landmark preoperative stress. So I was not drinking coffee from 1983 up to 2003. When I came back, went to Malbar, developed my farm. So hindi na ako makatiis, uminom na ako ng kape. Yung barakong kape. Up to now, even if I drink 10 cups of that coffee, I am a coffee drinker, I have never experienced any single palpitation to this day. So, maliwanag lang yun. Empirical yun eh. Hindi yun napabasa sa libro. So, that's kaya mag-ingat na kayo, wag na kayo sa this university open, do not serve instant coffee. Simple. You serve barako. Wala, mas mura pa yan. Pag bumili kayo sa amin, 200 piso, 1 kilo na, marami na yan. Hindi mo maubos yan ng dalawang buwan. Tawa kayo. Ireland, increasing crops. Yan, mga mga nangyari dito are allergies. When you have an allergy, you are not allergic to chicken meat. You are allergic to what the chicken eats. Okay? Maniwala ka dyan. There was a visitor, one of buyers of my farm. Sabi niya, naku, Mr. Villegas, because I serve him pre-range chicken. Hindi ho pwede. Matikman ko lang ho, kahit konti-konti. Mukha, siyempre, sabi ko, may gamot ka bang dala dyan? Meron, sir. O, sige. Huwag, tumikim ka ako nitong aking chicken. Sigurado ko ako yan, wala ka ma-allergy. Kaya lang, kinakabahan din ako, baka ma-allergy, delikado. So, she did. And after one bite, you had two bites, may malaki na, nothing happened to her. So, basic, you are not allergic to chicken meat or to any kind of meat. You are allergic to what the chicken or the pig eat. Diba? Yun lang. Ito yung dynamics ng organic and sustainable agriculture na practical kabayan, di ba? Hindi mo mababasa sa libro. Oh, okay. GM, both derived illnesses are believed to have been doubled. And GMOs also are proven. Hindi natin alam yan eh. Frankenstein yan eh. Hindi natin alam. That's the problem of the unknown. But it has been empirically proven in many cases to rats that GMO have negative effects on health of rats. Organic foods. There is significant body of evidence that organic food, organic vegetables are more nutritious. Yeah. They have more omega, yan ang mga characteristic niya. These are all empirically proven. Ha? That's why I put sources. Robertson and Fanning. 71% more omega-3 fatty acids, 70% more beta-carotene, 50% more vitamin E, 2 to 3 times more lutein. Even yun, in my farm, I feed them. Nakita nila, di ba? Pinakakain natin sila ng marigold. Marigold, why? Kasi rich in lutein yun, rich in vitamin, yung carotene. So, bibili ka ba ng maraming lutein dyan or optin or what? E di, pakanin mo na lang yung manok mo ng maraming marigold. Ha? Or even marigold flowers, you can eat directly. No problem. I tell you, you can mix it in your salad. Tingnan nyo. National yan na, regional, higher linoleic acid, higher levels of vitamin E, higher beta-carotene. Yan. Higher mineral content. Narin niya, no? Vitamin C, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, organic spinach, high levels of mineral, lettuce, cabbage, potatoes, high levels of mineral content. And organic foods have higher levels of vitamin C. Vitamin C is very important. I normally take about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. That's why I don't have cold, etc. My wife is having some cold. Even if I'm with her, I never get cold. He has colds already in the last 1 week since she arrived. Oh, hindi pa ako nasisipon up to now. Why? Vitamin C protected. So yung vitamin C, at saka, don't worry, there is no overdose. When you read up. Yung vitamin E, delikado, wag. Masama yun. But vitamin A, ganun din, pwede rin masama. But vitamin C, no overdose. Your body will release it. Organic foods, therefore, have secondary metabolites, including antioxidants. Okay. Antioxidants for preventing cancers. Okay. Ano ang pagkakaiba ng antioxidant at saka free radicals? Antioxidants inhibit damaging reactions within human cells by providing the positively charged atoms needed to neutralize free radicals. So, positively charged atoms. Yung nga yung kaping barako, positively charged yun. Yung isa, yung instant, negatively charged yun. Free radicals yun. At oxygen, free radicals are oxygen and nitrogen-based molecules with unpaired electrons that are generated by several of the body's metabolic processes, and therefore, it has been concluded that free radicals induce cancers. They promote, they stimulate, cancerous cells to multiply faster and infect your body. So, pag nakakancer ka na, delikado ka. So, anong gamot? A lot of people suffering from yung stage 1, stage 2 ng cancers can be cured by eating organic foods. Getting away from chemical-laced food or getting away from free radical-rich foods. Okay? So antioxidants, therefore, inhibit damaging reaction within your human cells by providing the positively charged atoms needed to neutralize free radicals. So ngayon, ganyan na kayo. Dalawa na kayong klase. Pag kape, ano gusto mo? May free radical coffee or meron kang high antioxidant coffee. That choice is yours. Then organic foods have longer shelf life. Yung aking lettuce, 1 week, 7 days, hindi siya nalalanta. Hindi naman yung hindi siya, kaya nung chemically fertilized lettuce, 2 to 3 days lang tutay na yan. No? So, ganun. They have better taste and more nutrients. At saka mas mabigat. They are heavier. So, nagtataka nga sila, bakit yung itlog namin, hindi yung itlog ko, itlog na manok namin, okay. Yung itlog ng manok namin, which is because we grow, di ba, yung egg, yung lay egg, no? They bear the same size. But if you weigh the egg produced chemically in yung mga laden with hormones, saka sa amin, mas mabigat. Ako mismo naranasan ko yan. Kaya sabi ko, kaya mas may premium price yung egg natin on top of the fact na maros siyang very, very siya, no? Yung may premium price na. Kaya kung pagbibili mo yung itlog namin, ng manok namin, na by the way, then you will command even more higher prices. And that is proven. Okay. Nainip na kayo. Anyway, we can share this with everybody. You can send this to your students, 139 of them. I think there are less than half here. So, the best practices of regenerative, sustainable, organic, ecological agriculture are scalable globally. We can scale it up in our country, in your places, anywhere in the world. And an empirically documented solution to climate change adversities. So, they are an alternative to chemical organic agriculture, provided that may mga conditionalities. We have greater and committed social support from consumers and users, nutritionists, dietitians, practitioners, agricultural or medical, health, business and social entrepreneurs, professionals, and who must prescribe safe, nutritious food coming from sustainable organic agriculture, and there is political will that the sustainable organic ecological agriculture policy and funding support will be given. And finally, the Philippines can move onward through the Organic Agricultural Act of 2010, where I also played a role as a major, convener and also what you call that, naglalobbyist in Congress. Then about $1 billion of this budget, but problematical, a lot of problem and absurd capacity as well as management problems has emerged. Reduction of budget to about 878 and 750, but only 750 million in 2015. The law specifies at least 2% of the DA budget. So 2016, maybe we can work on about 1.6 billion to 1.7 billion budget to support this. So finally, my friends, let us get organic, ecological agriculture going in our country. So let us all join now in the new organic revolution. Congratulations to you all and best wishes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
May we request Dean Buot together with Mr. Larry Cruz for the awarding for the certificate and token of appreciation. University of the Philippines Open University Faculty of Management and Development Studies presents this certificate of appreciation to Mr. Pablito M. Villegas for his valuable contribution as guest speaker during the FMDS Continuing Education or Non-Formal Courses Closing Ceremonies given the 5th day of December 2014 at University of the Philippines Open University, Los Baños, Laguna, Philippines, signed Inocencio E. Buot Jr., Dean.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ito ba organic?
Tropical po yan.
I thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Villegas, for that very informative message slash warning and slash free lecture on organic agriculture. Okay. And now to recognize the graduates with distinction, we would like to request Dr. Inocencio E. Buot Jr. together with the respective course coordinator to come up on stage, and Dr. John V. Serrano, Secretary to the Faculty of FMDS, to read the names of the graduates with certificates of recognition.
Ang mga nagsipagtapos mula sa Faculty of Management and Development Studies sa kursong Introduction to E-Commerce na tatanggap ng Certificate of Completion with High Distinction sa pangalawang termino ng taong 2014. Kabote Mark Kenneth F. Sa kursong New Enterprise Planning, Malate Melinda D. Sa kursong Organic Agriculture, Acaba Carlos C. Madelar Lorna R. Mendoza Lisel A. Ong Jacqueline. Palacio Mabel B. Yanga Mary Ruth A. Sa kursong Personal Entrepreneurial Development, Basok Sheila Marie J. Bautista Christine Angela G. De Leon Rachel May B. Enriquez Mariel Ann I. Estremera John Mark M. Flores Dan Eric B. Hermano Natalie DJ. La Torre Realin M. Urbano Adrian Paul S. Vertucio Francis A. Para Para sa kursong Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, Kamayudo Christina C. Espinoza Randy Rainier I. Magno Rosemary F. Srestha Sasha C.
Congratulations to all the graduates with distinction. Earlier, we heard the message from Mr. Villegas, the message to all the graduates. And now we would also want to hear messages from the graduates. For some unavoidable reasons, Mr. Julian E. Anasarias, representative of the Caring for the Child with Special Needs, cannot make it today. Instead, he sent a message to be read by Dr. Marie Grace Gomez.
Julian, this is for you. This is his speech. Several stories have caught our attention and might have touched our lives as well. Sad yet inspirational and difficult yet encouraging. Today is our time to enlighten other people's lives with our own. To our honored guests, respected teachers, parents, classmates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. 12 weeks of observing and learning about children with special needs swiftly slipped by. And now, we have to bid farewell to UPOU. At this moment, a mixed feeling of sadness and joy is creeping into each of us as we look back to those rich and fruitful weeks of struggles in acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitude in dealing with CSN to prepare us to another phase of challenge. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, we will continue to cherish in our hearts the knowledge and ideals we have learned, lived, and stood for. To my fellow graduates, may we continuously advocate on how to improve our knowledge, skills, and attitudes regarding the care of children with special needs. This may include advocating within various schemes that serve our children, either on healthcare, education, networking, and linkages. This may also involve our advocacy to involve children with special needs to various recreational activities in school or in the community, or with a family event. Finally, as we receive our certificates, let us reflect for a while and think again on how to inspire other people to help these children with exceptional needs on how they can utilize their unique abilities and talents with our endeavor to equip them with life skills as they need to succeed. Lastly, to our dearest mentor, Dr. Marie Grace Gomez, thank you for inspiring us to become a catalyst of change for these children, which are extraordinary gifts from God. And to sum it all, we are giving back to the Almighty One, above all, the glories and honors for His infinite wisdom and grace. So long but not goodbye, and thank you and congratulations. Signed, Julian Anasarias, MAN, CCSN student. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Grace. So, Ms. Tricia Rachel I. Kusi, representative of ECOM, will not be able to join us today also. Instead, she sent us a video message.
Hi everyone, my name is Trisha and I'm part of this year's graduating class for e-commerce. I would have loved to join you today, however I'm currently based in Dubai, and while that's not entirely ideal, it is the beauty of the UP Open University system. It allows people like me who are interested to learn something new or continue higher education from an esteemed institution to pursue our dreams through distance learning. I would have to admit, as never a valedictorian in my life, I didn't plan to be this time. I was promoted as the new head of public relations and social media in our company, and the idea of facing my clients, explaining some technology in the internet, creating a website, and e-commerce in general scared me. I thought this introduction course might help me feel a bit more confident about my new role, and as an aspiring entrepreneur, it will definitely assist me when I put up my own business in the future. The course definitely met my expectations with all the practical information I learned, useful business techniques, and exchange of experience and knowledge between me, my classmates, and our instructor, Sir RM. The course also made me think about how e-commerce is rapidly becoming a significant player in the Philippine economics. With the rise of so many online stores, I thought this course would be quite useful for a lot of them. I started recommending the course to some of my friends who felt that creating their own website was rocket science. It was the same thing that I did when I finished my personal entrepreneurial development and new enterprise planning courses. I had to share the news with my network that yes, courses like this exist and provided by the University of the Philippines. As an overseas Filipino worker, one of the many struggles that we encounter when we think about going home is how to start our life there again. I thought that if entrepreneurship courses were just taken by more and more OFWs, it would definitely encourage them to start planning for their future back home and open their eyes to a range of business opportunities that they can pursue. It is heartbreaking to hear stories of Filipinos working abroad for so many years and ending up in the same situation or even worse when they go back to the Philippines because they didn't plan ahead or have a direction on where they can put their savings to. I still believe that education is one of the keys to guiding them. And so I also request my fellow graduates to continue spreading the news about UPOU. If it can change your life, it could also potentially improve the lives of others. With this, on behalf of my class, we send our sincerest gratitude to all the teachers and everyone behind UPOU. Thank you for your relentless pursuit to making quality education accessible to more and more Filipinos. We are confident that at this pace, with increased course offerings, more students will benefit from the things that you do, and more people will be inspired to contribute in making the system better. Thank you and have a great day.
This was another video message from Miss Michelle Marie De Leon, representative of NEP.
FMDS Dean Dr. Innocencia Buot, Secretary to the Faculty Dr. Joan Serrano, our course administrator and chair of FMDS Continuing Education Committee, and the University Extension Associate Sir Larry Cruz, our course coordinators, resource persons, fellow graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to share in my message about my childhood experience with my entrepreneur father. My father was a med rep who was assigned in Davao City where I was born. Then he resigned early on his job to be with his family more often and also to manage their family business in Zamboanga City, where we all grew up. The business became on his full management after several maintenance and replacement of the machinery parts. That's also after his father passed away. I would say that my father is a farmer. His family are all into farming, though though my father is into farming-related business, with the rice and corn mill as the backbone of his income. In my life, I have seen and experienced how business could go up and down, and struggle to cope with time and technology given the limited resources, especially in finances. I always knew business is risky. Business could provide your family needs, but not all business could really take you out of life's challenge. I have seen my father engage in several other failed businesses like the Dodo ice cream carts, initial bread production for a bakery, and other sorts of agricultural services where the capital invested was not recovered, like the mobile rice mill where the rice mill was mounted on a vehicle. Through all these years, 3, 4, 5 decades, he is still in the agricultural business world. He was able to send us to school, he was able to support me to go to UP, and he was able to convert one of his establishments from diesel fuel to electric operation. My father has a very strong will to revive his business. and it is probably because of his passion into entrepreneurship. I may have acquired that passion in business, but I still lack that strong will to commence. This summer, 6 months ago, I decided to finally enter the world of entrepreneurship with the support of my husband. I started to create a scheme where I could invite some of my friends to invest on a restaurant business which I never had the chance to start because the place that I'm supposed to rent was taken by other aspirant like me. By the way, I am in Mongolia. Unlike in the Philippines, Mongolia has a very young, globally oriented market, and going into business these days might bring the beacon home. So basically, I have already done reconnaissance and rough SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis, when I registered in the NEP class. My main purpose really is to acquire the knowledge and skills on how to start business with lesser chance of failing. That is by preparing a very good business plan. If only there was a promo in non-formal courses like Enroll One, Free One courses, nagpaparinig daw ako, I would have taken PED with NEP. But because of the crisis I'm into, I couldn't afford to enroll both courses. I asked some virtual friends who are familiar with the courses, how is PED different from NEP? And then I thought that I probably need NEP to materialize my idea. So I ended up enrolling in NEP. Well, that's all for my experience, and I would like to share another unforgettable insight that I have learned from the Social Network movie in 2010 about the story of the student Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook.com. He is one of the very young billionaires, very young successful entrepreneur. Is the heads up of the Harvard University official who reminded that students in their prime institution are trained not to seek employment nor to seek for a higher position in a company, but they are trained to make a difference in the society, that is by providing employment to others. And I think this is also very true for the students in the Philippine Prime Institution, UP. So, entrepreneurs actually are the most wanted people in any society. They are the backbone of the country's economy. Other than it creates competition that enhances output, most of all, it creates new jobs and revenues. It contributes to the country's economic growth by combating unemployment, and it makes a difference in people's life. It actually inspires us to do more to expand and to provide more for the people. Do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? So, in behalf of the NEP graduating batch, I would like to express my gratitude to our lecturer, course coordinator, Mr. Brian Amante, for being our mentor and our role model, for every guidance, feedback, and patience given to us. Thank you also, UPOU FMDS, for this learning opportunity, especially for home stay mom like me. Just like any graduation ceremonies, we probably have this question in mind. What are we going to do after graduation? As a graduate of NEP, the answer is very simple and straightforward. We either pursue our business plan or we continue our work if it has been already implemented. Unlike other graduation ceremonies where we wonder whether to take a job or to take the challenge that our society gives us and apply the knowledge and skills that we have acquired from the Learning Prime Institution of the Philippines, NEP students have a lot more to do. It is just where the journey of being an entrepreneur begins. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Sir Brian Amante Belen. Thank you, NEP classmates. Thank you for a very productive NEP learning experience. Congratulations to all of the graduates. Congratulations to all of us, and more power.
Okay. May we call on Miss Mabel B. Palacio to represent the graduates of Organic Agriculture.
To all the students, professors, parents, and guests, good afternoon. I would like to say that I'm deeply honored to be given this opportunity to stand before you today. And on behalf of all my classmates in organic agriculture, I would like to express our utmost gratitude to our instructor, Professor Ray Lucero, the UPOU staff, all the admirable resource speakers, farmers, and entrepreneurs who have imparted their experiences and perspectives on various agricultural and business aspects. We were greatly inspired by your passion to pursue organic farming despite the difficulties that you have encountered. I also salute my classmates who have come from different backgrounds but showed a lot of dedication, hard work, and great insights, especially during our discussions. We cherish today's occasion because it marks the culmination of our thought-provoking and interesting learning activities. Personally, I have learned a lot in the past several months that despite the popular notion, organic agriculture is not merely the avoidance of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. It's much more than that. It is the holistic process that involves the integration of all animals, crops, macro, micro, and microorganisms, as well as traditional and scientific techniques. And the principles of health, ecology, care, and fairness are deeply etched on all OA practitioners. It is a great testament indeed with the saying that may pera sa basura, because in organic agriculture, even the things that we normally throw out can be used to make valuable organic fertilizers and compost that can definitely enrich the soil. We also learn to appreciate the importance of maintaining balance between beneficial and harmful organisms in our ecosystem. Thus, to those who haven't taken organic agriculture yet, I encourage all of you to take it because it's a truly fun, interactive, and experiential learning. And perhaps one of the most impressive statements that I have heard during our farm visits was when a farmer in Quezon said that the main reason why they pursue organic farming is not because of the income, but because they want to provide safe and nutritious food for their family. And looking at the many angles of the cropping systems, we will find that most of the lasting solutions to the current issues on food security and safety, environmental degradation, soil conservation, and many more can be addressed by operations in organic agriculture. So if you could imagine, if we can convert the 9.6 million hectares of agricultural land here in the Philippines into organic farms, it would not only sustain the current needs of the Filipinos, but ensure there will be a better and brighter future for the generations to come. However, organic agriculture is still in its development stage in our country, so there are many major challenges that we have to overcome, such as the certification system and availability of organic seeds, and most of all, it's very sad, but there is lack of support from the government. Hence, as a parting remark, let us face the challenge and become farmer scientists who advocate and practice organic agriculture. Let us all join hands to form a strong organic movement that will promote organic farming and push for major reforms and fairer policies. Let's also share our knowledge and experiences to as many Filipinos as possible. And hopefully in the future, we can proudly say that organic is the primary farming system here in the Philippines. Again, on behalf of my classmates, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Palacio. To represent the graduates of Personal Entrepreneurial Development, may we call on Ms. Sheila Marie J. Basso.
Good afternoon. In behalf of the graduates of Personal Entrepreneurial Development Batch 2014, I'd like to say thank you to UPOU for providing education that is affordable and accessible, to Mr. Jabez Flores for striving to make it fun, and for patiently reading our long answers. A collective thank you to FMDS Dean's Office team, Dean Dr. Inocencio Ibuot, Secretary to the Faculty, Dr. John B. Serrano, University Extension Associate, Mr. Larry Ann Cruz. Okay. So I'd like to start by telling you that tomorrow will be my 30th birthday, and I have planned to celebrate simply with my family. But the weather seemed to want me to celebrate it with a bang, by thinking of gracing it with a typhoon. Having said that, I truly wish everyone to take care and be safe. So turning 30, feel that I haven't really accomplished anything major in my life, or in my career, or in business too. Having said that, I wonder what is there for me to share, to be rightly facing in front of you, delivering this speech. But then I thought I have a dream and a hope, and I feel that I'm going somewhere great, and I thought that's enough. I've also thoroughly convinced myself that I have compensated that inexperience by reading self-development books. Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, John Maxwell, Oprah, to name a few, are my life coaches. If those people belonged in my hood, I would have been a mixed breed of all these intellectuals. However, standing here now, I think I'm very so far from being one. I'm getting there though, but I'm still learning, I'm still changing, and I've learned quite a lot from studying works of the masters. I've come up with top 3 of all which present real story that I'll be sharing to you this afternoon. So this is a story of a woman named Tererai Trent, who grew up in a herding cattle in rural Zimbabwe. Like any girl her age, she was denied with education. But she knew her dreams, which was to study in the States, get master's and PhD. Years have passed. As she became a teenager, a foreign woman visited her tribe, sat beside her one day, and eventually asked her, "What is your dream?" She told her what they are. And then she said, "Sure, you can get your dreams as long as you set your mind into it." Shortly after that, she grabbed a pen and paper and listed it and buried it under the rock, and carried it with her a chip of rock that would remind her of that dream. After 5 years, she was able to fulfill it all. So my first lesson is to know your dreams. Write it down and do it. Tara knew well she wanted to be educated, and after having someone believe her, she sprung into action and wrote it down and buried it under the rock. However, sometimes writing it down doesn't really do the trick. At times, it takes intense motivation and strong focus to push us into action, which leads me to my next point, number 2, to continue to motivate yourself daily. Tererai had that chip of rock in her necklace, which reminded her daily of her dreams. The constant reminder gave her focus and determination to push it and find ways to move forward. With the right motivation, nothing is impossible, which is my last point, number 3. Nothing is impossible. If that foreign woman didn't give her that reaffirming statement that yes, she can do it, she probably wouldn't think it would be possible. Sometimes we just need a certain someone to give us that affirmation, that permission to just dream big, to pursue, and make it come true. Like Tererai, there were many people whose lives had changed because there was this person who believed in them, breaking their boundaries and limits of their minds. For those who had that, good for you. For those who haven't, let me do that honor to be that person. To each and every one here, I believe in your capabilities and your power to do whatever you have set your mind to do. Yes, you can get millions in your first year of business, and yes, you can have that even with 3 or 5 children, even with disabilities. Yes, you can dream big. Yes, you can do it. With all these cans, why limit yourself? Have an amazing life, everyone, and be safe.
Thank you, Ms. Basok, and advance happy birthday. To represent responding to climate risk in agriculture and natural resources management graduates, may we call on Ms. Cheryl N. Casas.
Dr. Buot, Mr. Villegas, Dr. Serrano, Sir Larry, you're there. Course coordinators, faculty and staff of FMDS, graduates and their families, good afternoon. On behalf of the Responding to Climate Risks in Agriculture and Natural Resources Management class, I am pleased to congratulate all graduates of the Continuing Education and Non-Formal Courses of the Faculty of Management and Development Studies, UP Open University. Today is one good opportunity to thank my classmates in the RC-RA-NRM. Apparently, we're only 2 here now, and the rest remain virtual till today. I have had the privilege to question and learn from all of them, especially those who are working on actual climate change projects and those who are engaged in agencies that support climate change adaptation strategies. Thank you for sharing valuable knowledge and experiences. I also would like to thank all the professors who prepared our course modules. You definitely have put so much effort in preparing simplified but dense lectures. RC-RA-NRM may just be a speck in the universe of climate change studies, but it definitely had given so much information and insights. And to Sir Jun, you did such a great job. Thank you for guiding the discussions, for accommodating our little eccentricities, and most of all, thank you for extending the deadlines. That has worked so well for many of us. Climate change is real, and the impacts are also real and alarming. And understanding climate change will be necessary for making informed decisions at all levels, individual, community, and the nation. So with this, I encourage many of you to take RC-RA-NRM. And finally, my takeaway. Our courses may be short and informal, but we cannot deny that we took them because each of us have aspirations that we all nurture. And these courses are effective channels to meeting our bigger goals, whatever that may be. I hope that the learning and the values that we acquired from these short courses will resonate as we continue to challenge the conventional and contribute to making a difference in our society for a better world. For this, I thank and commend the FMDS UP Open University for supporting me and my fellow learners. Creativity, determination, partnership, and vision, UP has kept them burning in here all this time. Proudly, Scott. Maraming salamat po. And to all the graduates and awardees again, we have much to celebrate.
Thank you, Ms. Casas. May I call on Ms. Trisha Ascan, Course Coordinator of Simplified Accounting for Entrepreneurs, to read the message from Ms. Claudette A. Rolyuki.
Sa ngalan ni Ms. Claudette Rolyuki, babasahin ko po ang kanyang mensahe. Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. First of all, congratulations sa lahat ng magsisipagtapos ngayon at sa isang fellow graduate ko din who happens to be my cousin also. She is Ms. Cristina Sandra Roble. Congrats, Ara! Siya po ang isa sa mga dahilan kaya nalaman ko ang UP Open University. Binabati at nagpapasalamat din po ako kina Ms. Trisha Ascan, Sir Larry Cruz, Ms. Josephine Macale, at lahat ng bumubuo ng FMDS. Isang karangalan po na maimbitahan ako dito na makapagbahagi ng aking karanasan. Habang sinusulat ko po ito, naalala ko na nang mag-umpisa ang course na ito last July ay may bagyong Glenda. At matatapos naman ngayon na may bagyong Hagupit o Ruby. Pero ito po ang masasabi ko. Di tayo pwedeng pigilan kahit ng bagyo, matupad lang ang mga pangarap natin. Medyo personal po ang ibabahagi kong journey habang nag-aaral ako ng SAFE course. Ako po ay matagal nang naninirahan at nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa. Kung tutuusin, okay naman na po ako. Nakatapos ako ng 5-year course ng college at may masasabi naman na maayos na trabaho. Pero hindi po ako napapagod na mag-aral at matuto pa. Kaya nang sabihin ng pinsan ko na mag-aaral siya sa UPOU, ni-research ko ito at napili ko ang SAFE dahil accounting po talaga ang matagal ko nang hinahanap na online course. Malayo ito sa natapos ko na nasa linya ng medical at healthcare. Nang mag-start po ang course, hindi ko agad natanggap ang module at CD dahil sa bagyong Glenda. At bumalik ito sa UP office dahil naka-address ito sa parents ko sa Quezon Province. At nang panahon na i-deliver ng courier ang module ko ay 2 weeks na walang kuryente sa lugar namin at di nila makontak ang parents ko. So I contacted Sir Larry and Miss Josephine, informed me na bumalik nga daw sa kanila. At yun na nga po, ni-resent nila, then pinadala ng parents ko sa akin. Yung first month ko po na hindi ko pa natatanggap ang module ay nagbabasa lang po ako sa soft copy. At para sa akin mahirap yon. Nakakaantok at minsan nakakahilo. May time din po na nire-retype ko pa para lang ma-print ko at mas maintindihan kong mabuti. Akala ko hindi ako makakahabol sa mga deadlines dahil sa trabaho at sa family ko. Kasama ko din po pala dito ang aking mahal na asawa at anak. Kaya nung una, ang tanong ko sa sarili ko, kaya ko kaya? Naisip ko naman, nakahanap nga ako ng time na makapasyal, makanood ng TV series at Korean novela, dapat mas mahanapan ko ito ng time at maging disiplinado ako. Kaya nagtuloy-tuloy na kahit halos photo finish palagi ang pagsubmit ko ng assignments. Ang isa pa po na hindi ko malilimutang experience during the course was yung palagi akong excited na malaman ang score ko. Excited akong malaman kung tama ba ang mga sagot ko. May mga panahon po kasi na hindi ako 100% na confident sa mga sagot ko. Natutuwa po akong ibahagi na sa tuwing matatanggap ko ang final score ay nababawasan ang stress ko sa trabaho. Nang matanggap ko din po pala ang email ni Miss Tricia na ako ang napiling magbigay ng mensahe, di ko po sana tatanggapin dahil sa busy schedule ko. Pero naisip ko na bihira ang pagkakataon na ito. Baka di na ako mabigyan ulit ng opportunity na ganito. What if kung mag-enroll ulit ako ng course sa UPOU in the future, pero di naman na ako ma-invite na makapagmensahe? Kaya sabi ko sa sarili ko, sige lang, go! Katulad din ng magkaroon ako ng opportunity na makapag-aral ulit via online dito sa UPOU, I grab it right away habang may oras pa at may pang-suporta. Huwag po nating palagpasin ang mga opportunities na dumarating sa ating buhay at sana po ay maging inspirasyon sa inyong lahat ang aking naibahaging karanasan. Muli, maraming salamat at maligayang Pasko in advance sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Ma'am Tricia. Our last representative of Satayama, or Living in Harmony with Nature, may we call on Mr. John Joseph Vidida for his message.
Good afternoon, di ko na po ito papatagalin. So, thank you po lahat. Thank you po sa aking course coordinator and forever classmate po si Ma'am Maripres Salinas po. Ayan, thank you for informing me about the Satoyama course. So, after graduating bachelor's and earning my forester title, I worked and studied MS right away. I want to maximize my time for learning. In fact, this is my second graduation here in FMDS. I first graduated in RCR ANRM last May, actually. And I heard about Satoyama. It's a Japanese word. And in Satoyama, you will definitely learn a new system. In Satoyama, the components of forest, agriculture, and people are integrated and working in harmony, having sustainable activities as the central focus. You will learn new concepts and interesting ideas, and you will be able to integrate what you have learned in your previous studies, like organic agriculture and responding to climate risk, in other knowledge, okay? So that you will all live in harmony with nature. So to my fellow classmates, I recommend you to take this course so that you will find out yourself what is Satoyama. May you have more time in the succeeding semesters for this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dida, and thank you to all the representatives of each course. Now, may we call on Dr. Joanne V. Serrano, Secretary to the Faculty of FMDS, to give the closing remarks.
I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you. Mabuhay po ang mga bagong scholar para sa bayan. So, part na po kayo ng UP, na hindi lang ng UP-OU, but the entire UP system. Narinig ko po yung ibang graduates, sabi, pwede pala mag-video. Baka pumunta dito. Siyempre po, it's your opportunity to network and meet with classmates. At ang sagot po doon, pwede talaga mag-video. Sa UP-OU po, anything is possible. Ito pong diversity and plurality ang aming pong motto. So kaya po makikita ninyo ang dami naming courses, and we try to develop more courses para po maabot namin ang bawat isang Filipino. Sabi po ng aming chancellor, ang aming goal ay marating ang bawat isang Filipino family. So hindi lang yan dito sa Pilipinas, but even abroad. So, congratulations everyone, and let's all have a safe weekend.
Congratulations to all the graduates. May I request everybody to please stand up to sing the UP Naming Mahal. Again, and thank you very much.